Rinconians, Rincon Steve here, once again bringing you to our 1921 house that we're just starting a renovation with. It's a new day, a new weekend. I've been outside scraping a little bit. No fun, but it's got to be done. So I'm back inside. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to do a little exploring. I'm going to look at this wall, take down some of this paneling, and see what shape the plaster's in. So if you recall, we talked about what we're going to do with the ceiling. Let's take some of this crown off and maybe get a couple of these pieces off. Kind of wanted to talk about what we found behind the paneling. So here's the middle room I'm going to show you now. Look at all the plywood. They went around and put plywood on the plastered wall. That's what it looked like underneath. Pretty bad, huh? Probably a good reason why they took it up, put it up. And then they put this paneling that we've taken off onto that. So I understand why they did it. The benefits is now when they put the paneling there, gave them nice nailing. That paneling's gonna stay on. Every place that it broke, they had good nailing. Here's our new dining room. So I don't think I'm gonna take this off. I think I'm gonna work with it. I think it'll make for a good backer for drywall. But what happens here is when I put drywall on, see the edge of the trim? We're losing the profile on our trim. The plan is I'm gonna re-trim some of the windows too. Let me show you this one over here, which is really, did a bad job with installing the replacement windows here. Let me show you. So you get the replacement window, and then they used a piece of plywood for the stop to hold it in. It looks horrible. The other thing on this window, this casing got a huge crack in it. I know that adds expense, but I think it'll be worth it. Oh, and one other issue too I wanted to show you with some of this stuff is, can you see the cracks in the paint? What causes that is the original paint was stained with probably a shellac finish. Here's some original here. This feels real shiny. But what happens is when you paint this, especially if they didn't paint it properly, it's starting to crack. That's because of what's behind it. So either you gotta, and you really can't get that to go away unless you sand it off, strip it off. So that might be easier just to replace a lot of it. Some of it I might strip. The other reveal is the fireplace. We talked a little bit about this earlier when we did our walkthrough. Wasn't sure why this angle was here. It made sense to me that it was because there should be a fireplace here. And as soon as I took that cabinet they had there away, there's a hearth under there. You can't see it, I've covered it. And you know, we see it. We can see in there, it's too dark. But anyway, that's good. I'm hoping that we can recover that, get that to work. So anyway, that's the latest. I'm gonna continue on hanging drywall. This is the next room here. Just screw it right to the tile. And got my lift here. It's 9 feet, pretty high to get up there all by myself. So this lift makes it pretty handy. So I'll check back with you a little bit later today. Maybe we'll have this up. All right. Four ceilings complete. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's the fifth and last ceiling. A little more involved here. I've got to take this wall down. Let's see. It's just trimmed around that chimney area. To me, that's easy to fix. Kind of like I'll leave that original, that original baseboard and just patch that. Anyway, so I've taken the plywood around the top so I can get the ceiling up. And once I get this apart, I'll start hanging the ceiling. Okay. All right, everyone, last piece. You wanna watch me put it up? All right, here we go. I don't know if any of you are noticing, but I'm using over 2.25 inch screws. I think they're 2-inch screws. And that's to get through 1/2 inch of this, 1/2 inch of tile, and then up through the strapping. So it gives me plenty of length to make sure we grab something good. All right, Rinconians, we finally get the ceilings all covered all the way through. When I say covered, I mean hung. So now the question is, what do we do about the walls? The walls, the walls. What do we gotta do? The walls are a mess. I know I've been schizophrenic every time I talk about them, but I think I've come up with a plan, a system. We're gonna stick with this original plaster. Again, I'm schizophrenic, so it could change. We got a system I figured out to get these repaired to make them look really good. We've also come up with a plan for the trim. A lot of these doorways go away. We got a new opening going here and many other new openings. We're gonna try to match that. Get everything to come together. So, question is, how will it come together? So you guys stay tuned and watch as we bring this little bungalow, this little craftsman house, back to its original architectural integrity. That's the plan anyway. Let's see what reality is. You guys stay tuned. Just remember, if you don't subscribe, you're not a Rinconian. And of course you want to be a Rinconian, don't you? All right, see you guys.